Hello everybody, this is Corey Zoller. I'm the Director of Player Development here at Colorado Golf Club. And if you have trouble making consistent contact with your irons or have trouble getting underneath of the ball, then I have some misconceptions that we're going to clear up and a very simple but effective drill to improve our impact position, our low point, and our consistency with our irons. So stick with me and I will show you exactly how to set this drill up and the intentions that I like to add to this that give us clear feedback and give us a much better opportunity to get this ball up in the air with the proper instructions to your brain. So when we're setting this drill up, it's critical that we resist the urge to tee the first ball up too high. You could put this ball right on the ground, but if you're having a lot of trouble getting the ball in the air, I would like you to try to tee the ball up and push it all the way into the ground as if it was sitting on the perfect blade of grass. That's going to really help us unlearn that urge to try to lean back and scoop the ball up into the air. Now, the second tee is going to be the nail. And if you imagine that your club is the hammer, we want to be able to put this nail about one golf ball ahead of the tee and in line with our target. I really like to make sure I pick a target when I do this drill so that we're not just mindlessly swinging. We're going to put that tee in line with our target, and you'll notice that it's a little more than one golf ball ahead. If you are practicing on a TrackMan, a good low point distance is aiming for at least 2 to 3 inches ahead of the ball. So that's where we're going to put the head of this nail. Now, another good visual that we have is that we want this handle leaning forward and we want that club to hammer the nail down and into the ground this way. That is going to be very difficult if we tighten up with our body, lose rotation, and then the club starts to pass and it comes into impact this position. In that case, the golf ball might actually top and the golf ball will push the tee into the ground. But the feedback we're looking for is if the club can hit the ground past the ball and the club is actually what's driving this nail into the ground. And if you were actually going to use a hammer, I want you to think about how you would keep a pretty relaxed arm and you would have just enough motion that you can be accurate. We wouldn't want to hammer a nail, picking the hammer way up high, tightening up our body, and swinging really hard from the top. So same idea here. Start with short, easy swings. Pay attention to the tension in your body. Our goal is to add a little bit of rotation and to feel like we're hammering this nail down in this position. Start with like a 60-yard shot with a pitching wedge or a 9-iron, and as you get better at this, gradually increase your distance. So here we can see a successful implementation of the hammer drill. You'll notice that the tee that I had the ball on is sunk down into the ground a little bit, and where the ground starts to be shaved is at least 2 to 3 inches ahead of the ball. When would we use this drill? If you are having trouble with consistent contact, chunks, or thins, if you're practicing any shot that you're going to hit off of the ground, and this is also a great warm-up for a round of golf if you start with the short swings and gradually work your way up with energy. Why are we going to practice this drill? It's a great rehearsal for the impact position, and it gives us incredible feedback on the low point. If you're looking for the right things, this is a very quick way to reveal any misconceptions that you might have as far as trying to get under the ball versus down and through it. And if you practice this with some intention, it's a great feel to add to your pre-shot routine that's going to have a clear impact on your ability to take what you practice out onto the golf course. If you found this tip helpful, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I will be sharing things like this on my Instagram. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly, and I'd be happy to get you pointed in the right direction. Look forward to seeing everybody soon, and I'll see you at the next Kozo's Coaching Corner.